swift and a fairly routine win against Willie O'Connor. A man who was harbouring ambitions of making his way to Blackpool as well, but it's not to be for him. One of a handful of players to have fallen by the wayside. Kim Huybrecht still anxiously looking over his shoulder at matches later on this evening.
Yeah, the match play lineup could all be sewn up by the end of tonight. It could be very much in flux. James Wade with a brilliant start to this. Double 12 for an 11-darter. That is ruthless. What a start from James Wade.
It's James to throw first.
Selfie. He is pushing and pushing and pushing, and James Wade is just pushing back.
100.
And the argy-bargy continues with the Ferret producing his first max.
Yeah, potential 11-darter incoming here for Johnny Clayton, with Wade having posted one of his own in the opener.
Johnny require 41.
Now then, half chance for James Wade to steal another one on the break of throw. 1-2-6. Will he punish Johnny Clayton for that missed dart at a double? Treble 19 for Bullseye. Well, that's the first part of the equation. Can he find the red button? Yes, he can. That is absolutely brutal from James Wade. It's ruthless in the extreme. A 1-2-6 check out for another break of throw. A 12-dart break of throw. Well, a little bit of pressure here for Wade on his throw from Clayton this time. Some 40 would be nice here for Wade, though, to get him down to a very, very manageable finish. That's awkward, though, for Wade. He's having to step over, I presume, to the right-hand side. Yeah, that's where he's going. He just has to watch his footwork here. That's beautifully played, just ticking it round the corner.
36.
Great manipulation of the oche there from James Wade. But Johnny Clayton looking at 1-3-6, and he's now looking at double 8. And this time he finds his target, and that's a little message from...
Even a ton gives Wade a sniff. He's going to get at least that. Oh, he's not.
He's not.
Johnny
And
requires
that just slip into the 5 makes the shot a little trickier.
It might all be academic anyway. Clayton looking at 48.
32. James require 125.
Well, how costly will that final dart on the 5s prove to be? There's the 25. Can't find the treble 20.
65. Johnny require 32.
Well, a first look and a match-winning chance has been had by James Wade.
One or two rogue whistles from the crowd here as well, not really doing Johnny any favours. I just wonder whether Kurt Bevins might have a word about that.
60.
I think it may have had an impact.
Wade gets another look. He is 5 out of 7 on the doubles. It is a simple equation. 20 for tops to knock out the recent World Cup champion. And Wade does exactly that with a sparkling display, and it is a bellow of triumph from the machine. 106 losing average from the Ferret, 107 with 75% on the doubles from James Wade.
That's another gift, I suppose, for Vandenberg as well, but is there an opportunity for him here? I would suspect this could well be the moment the tide turns. This could be the part of the match where it just swings in the favour of the Belgian.
Or is there another twist? 106 left with 1 dart. Bullseye is not really the play here. You really want to be going for a treble.
99. Dimitri require 56.
So for a 2-leg cushion for the first time, he's got his pick. And that choice is tops.
Just the 1 dart at double 10, and it's all he needs. And you've got to say it's been coming, haven't you? I mean,
this result, providing Dimitri just gets the job done, but that tape is getting closer. That's 5 maximums now. And all of a sudden, it's turning into a brilliant, brilliant last 32 display from Dimitri, because the average has crept over 100. Sneaky good, but he is sprinting towards that line.
Yeah, and Petresco knows it as well. I think he realises he may just have thrown his last dart in this one. 62 away here for Vandenberg. Gets the treble 10 to leave double 16 for a 6-3 win.
65.
And the champagne remains on ice for now.
You can see how disappointed Dimitri is by missing that first match dart. He's in a mode tonight where he wants to play well and he wants to hit doubles without any misses. He hasn't had many, but he only needs one more.
Well, a 17 darter in the opener, but since then it has been pretty rock solid on the Vandenberg throw. He's got the all-important break. He's now looking at double 8, and he's now looking forward to a meeting in the round of 16 tomorrow against the number 2 seed, Dirk van Dijvenbode. Dimitri.
Get used. The last thing you want to be doing is going up there at a pressure moment and thinking, oh, that I need to make sure I grip that in the right way or whatever.
Yeah. Nothing is done. For instance, if we talk about the retrieval from the left hand to the right, there's no dart player on planet Earth at this level who looks at their left hand for the retrieval. 72 left.
Yeah, went 2 doubles, but he'll leave himself on tops. Clemens has a chance for a break of throw. It'd be the first in this match. Only going to get 1 dart. The target is double 16. It looks inviting. And it is inviting. The roar goes up as Clemens hits the front. Oh, and another one that comes out of the board for Gabriel Clemens.
That's the kind of dart that Dave Chisnell's been getting, and James Wilson. We'll see a bit of him later.
Well, an extra 19 points, even a single 19 there, would have made the next shot a potential match winner for Gabriel Clemens so much easier.
Yeah, how valuable is that last dart 54 going to be for Ryan Searle now? It takes him into the kind of range that is extremely gettable.
Ryan, you acquire 84.
Just don't make a huge error here. Double 12, one leg shootout. That's clinical.
Ryan Searle.
14 darter for Ryan Searle to break straight back and just.
Darts are going in very upright. And it's the same problem that Chisnell's got. When the darts are going to the board, the flight is going over the top too much. And the inertia of it is being absorbed by the darts in the board. If you look at, he's using foldable flights as well, which is something he has not used
96.
the majority of his career. It is a change that he's made this year.
Well, that may be the issue. But whatever, Ryan Searle is taking care of business. Because the man who came here using new darts for the first time in competition, those bounce outs genuinely might have been the difference in what's been a very tight game, but it's a brilliant last leg from Ryan Searle, and it leaves tops. And he wins it, Ryan Searle. He was in all kinds of bother at 4-3 and 5-4 down, but the last 2 legs won in just 25 darts. Ryan Searle saving his best for last and dumping out the German number 1. He's not come out all guns blazing here, MVG.
134. Michael, you've acquired 136.
Well, this leg is ebbing and flowing, and I think it's
98.
ebbed and flowed in the
Really
favour of
require
Raymond van
80.
Barneveld here. Dan's got a quizzical look on his face. We'll discuss that particular plan of attack very shortly. Tops for Barney, though, in the meantime. And Barney does have the break back at 2 apiece with the 80 checkout. And then failed to qualify in 21 and 22 upon his return to the tour. So, long overdue, perhaps, he will feel.
140.
And no doubt his legions of fans will be at the Winter Gardens in force.
100.
Yeah, it'll be a Blackpool Winter Gardens with
65.
Barney and Anderson. What year is it?
98. Raymond, you
Okay,
acquire
leaves the 130 again,
118.
but Barney can break back. That's the right route. Has he got the right darts? He has, and that's a bit more like it from Barney. There's a spring in the step, there's a pump of the fist. Trying to find something, and it's just not there at the minute.
59.
Well, both players really struggling to make an impact when the other player fluffs their lines. That's been the feature
80.
on occasion throughout this one so
Raymond,
far.
you require 138.
It has been a little bit disjointed and a little bit scratchy, but this is an opportunity for Barney to take the lead at 4-3 for the first time in the match. Raymond van Barneveld to get his nose in front. A 1-3-8 checkout, hot on the heels of the 1-1-8 checkout in the previous leg. Some of the crowd are making their way forward. They think this one is all over soon.
58.
Not enough to leave a finish. Van Gerwen needs 2 trebles to get to 1 though.
$95.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
And he's missed some of his misses are quite some way off. It's so scrappy. It's a 90 average from MVG. This isn't the man who won the Premier League a month or so ago. It's not the man who won in New York.
Well, those who have come forward looking for a souvenir and a selfie are being told to sit back down again, but they might be out of their seats once again very shortly. Barneveld looking at double 12 for a 6-3 win and a first ever success against his old adversary on the European Tour stage. History is made on day 2 of the European Darts Matchplay, and Michael van Gerwen will not be adding to his tally of 36 European Tour titles. On paper, at least. I mean, darts isn't played on paper, as we know.
433.
Barry competing in just his 4th European Tour event of this year, however. I mean, the road to Blackpool would have been made a lot smoother had he qualified for a few more. But he has made the quarterfinals in 2 of the other 3, so when he has been involved, he's often made good progress.
How does he hit this? It's a half a ball to him, man.
92.
Might have even had less.
64.
Missed darts at the bullseye for a 2-1 lead and a breaker throw. Tops for Smith.
Cash on 3rd leg, Michael Smith.
I think
Full leg
Michael
Keane
understands
throw first, game
just how dangerous Keane is.
Yeah, 1 from 7 for Barry, but
142.
5 of those attempts were in 1 leg in the second, so that slightly doesn't, well, it slightly distorts the statistic.
There you see the angle of entry for Keane.
142.
He is probably the world's best when it comes to a fast skidding dart.
142.
Au contraire for Michael Smith, who gets them to stack underneath with that upright angle of attack. But look at these skidding. Skids off the barrel just like that with pace.
140.
It's
Likely require 81.
almost hypnotic to watch if you're a darts geek like me.
55.
First miss a double for
Keane
Smith.
121.
Well, he won't be 6 from 6 tonight. Keane Barry looking to hit back with 1-2-1, and he may well do so. Bullseye.
96.
Yeah, once again, he missed the bullseye in leg 3, and he's missed it
26.
again in leg 5.
Statistically, this is the 2nd most neglected double on the board.
Cash on the 5th leg,
But
Michael
it's a
Smith.
double that gives him a 4-1
Leg of
lead.
Keane throw.
That will put him, I think, almost on the cusp.
99.
Michael Smith currently 8th on the European Tour order of merit with £52,000 before this weekend.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
105. Keane 152.
He will definitely be in Dortmund. And Michael could be in the next round in the next 3 darts.
83.
And
Likely
Brendan
require
Dolan would be very
116.
close to the match player if this goes.
Well, Michael Smith, perhaps a chance now to finish with the biggest checkout of the match, but it's not going to be
60. Keane requires 69.
78, the biggest checkout of the match so far. Keane's biggest, 16. Is that about to change?
37.
It isn't.
Likely
And
require
you fancy-
56.
The hammer might be put down now on Keane's challenge for this title.
14 darter incoming, 16 for tops for the world
Go shot.
champion and the world #1, and the new
Michael
ammunition serves him well in its first outing here on the European Tour. An average of 101.1 as well to boot. Michael Smith, 6 out of 10 on the doubles.
For a lot of players, this will be an important warm-up for the match play. Not seen MVG make use of it. As a caveat, actually, which we didn't really go into great detail because I didn't know any of the specifics about it. Van Gerwen obviously coming back after missing the World Cup because he had dental surgery, effectively. And as I understand it,
90.
he's still feeling the effects of that. I barely think he's said a word because I think he's got either jaw ache or toothache or whatever's the hangover from that surgery that kept him out of the World
Yeah,
Cup.
I've heard this evening that he said 2 words the last 2 days.
Yeah, so it may well be that he's still suffering the effects of that surgery. He still felt it important to come here and try and compete. Didn't work out for him. First ever defeat on the Euro Tour stage to Barn. Now then, Luke. Double top. Taking control of this game now. Who averaged a ton against him. He lost 6-4, Cameron, but he could have won that game. As Marco just looks to stack those in the treble 20, and he does do to great effect. A second 180 for Marco Cancelar. I did not expect him, 5 legs into this, to be out 180ing the defending champion.
I'd have to agree.
140.
Stay where you were, Marco. 2 more treble 20s for double 10. That's not going to work. Humphries has already got that 111 in the previous leg.
120.
This isn't that different.
118.
There's the treble. Gets the single. And finishes on tops. That's clinical stuff. He's not playing anywhere near his best.
Can he barrel his way through? Look at that.
That proves the point.
Yeah, it's a blocker dart. So he's managed to get through that, but he's had to get through a tiny gap as well. It's a wonder dart from Luke Humphries.
It really is. It's like trying to hit a 6-iron through a 6-inch cut in the door.
81.
Look at that.
Amazing shot. That is.
Pinpoint. He's aiming for that, and he's aiming exactly there. Mastery of his equipment. And was that a good marker, Paul? Well, Luke Humphries looks to be taking care of business tonight. As I say, he was tested at this stage by Cameron Menzies in last year's tournament. He got through that. He only then lost 3 more legs on his way to the final.
180.
It is another 180 for Marco Cancelar. And once again, he leaves himself on 41 after 4 visits to the board. Did that in the very first leg. But a 180 right back at him. Leaves Humphries on a 21. It's a dead cat shot. It's there to distract him. It's there to put him off. Can the fin be rattled?
I'm not sure.
Nearly.
I'm not sure you'd find out even if he felt rattled. He's like Patrick Antonius, this guy.
25. Luke, you required 21.
Well, you left it, Luke. You finish it.
And he does. Luke Humphries gets the job done. He loses the first leg. He wins the next 6 on the bounce.
A lucky loser, Andrew Gilding, was the other. He was beaten 6-2 by King Barry in the final round of qualifying, but he was dragged into the field after the late withdrawals of Gerwin Price and Jim Williams. So a bit of a let-off for Ritz.
85.
And a chance to put some ranking money on the board as well.
It's a missed opportunity. Oh, what a guide. What a guide. What a guide. Oh, he does not use it. Callum Ritz would have loved that.
140.
He looks so inviting. But this is trickier than it should have been for Shindy. Maybe not too tricky. Right on the wire.
Callum, you require 25.
Missed start at the bullseye for Ritz, missed start at double 10 for Schindler.
Oh, no!
And a missed opportunity for Callum Ritz as well, as he fluffs his lines and he hits the outer ring. My goodness me. Well, on such moments matches concern, and Martin Schindler, his eyes are lighting up here. Double 10, 2 apiece.
Start on the 20s. Yeah, that's sensible darts. Yeah,
92.
Lovely stuff from Callum Ritz. Thinking clearly. It's quite easy to lose your composure after you've lost 3 legs on the spin to a player playing brilliantly, and you've gone from being
56.
Nicely in control of the game to all of a sudden in real danger. But good board management. Can't back it up with the finishing, and all of a sudden he's on an awkward double 5.
154.
Well, Schindler's had a look at a couple of big finishes so far. He's not found either of them, but he may well find this one.
114.
Wow.
Well, that
Missed
would
the
have been
double for the 140, missed the double for the 154, and that would have been a breaker throw in a 4-2 lead.
Anxious times, yeah, snatching away, no score for Callum Ritz. Frustration with that final dart, flinging it in anger. And, well, a visceral response from Callum Ritz. Double 10. Shindy's turn to look at double 5. And this time he finds it, and it's 4 on the spin. And again, another leg slips through the fingers of Callum Rydz. 140 here to leave 74, for example. Oh, no, it's not going to happen anyway. But
44.
Does get to a finish, but it's not better than the 120. Oh no.
Well,
80.
that's just
Martin, you require 170.
not going to do him any favours at all. That's just careless. And Schindler, well, this would be hurtful in the extreme. What a way to round things off this would be. Martin Schindler, bullseye.
145.
Schindler's nearly won it with a 170. And fair play to Callan, he's acknowledged it. Good on him, because he's obviously been losing his rag over the last few legs.
Can he keep it going? Yes, he
Well done,
can.
Callum Rydz. That's the way to deal with it. Much better stuff. Credit to the young man.
117 the gap, plus whatever Schindler can rattle in here. And the crowd chant the name of the German number 2.
He's done well after a real slow start, Martin Schindler.
140.
A burst
Martin, you require
of
114.
3 legs, averaging about 110. Turned the game in his favour. Rydz lost his composure. And Schindler
54.
is crafting opportunities to win the game. He's already missed one match start. This is a better chance
101.
to be the
Martin, you
only
require
German
60.
in the final day of the European Darts Matchplay here in Trier. Double top.
To make it 11 wins out of 11 against Callum Rydz. Martin Schindler.
It's purely down to motivation on the practice board, working in a solo fashion
83.
and just hammering
Danny,
that board
require
as much as he
140.
possibly can. And he says it's starting to pay off.
Wow. Well, that's not paid off. That is dead centre of the single one.
That must have slipped out of his hand.
40.
Because if he's going
James,
for
you require
the 60 there, and
118.
that's come out right, that's one of the worst darts I've ever seen him throw.
And it could be costly as well, because Wilson could step in here. Single 18 for tops. For a
Games on the
118
first
checkout
leg. James
in
Wilson.
the opening
Second
leg of
Danny
the
to
match.
transfer.
Have right next to you in a fist fight. And a lot of guys said James Wilson.
109.
I don't know why,
I was
but
just
I
going to ask
wouldn't want
that
to pick a
question.
fight with him.
Well, Danny Noppert has got enough on his plate without picking fights with James Wilson, because Wilson, he mentioned his 180 prowess in his pre-PDC days, but Noppert has found a response. And it's just as well that he did, because Wilson's in that red bed again.
100.
And even though he's left 81
Danny
after 9,
56.
he might not get a look at it. This has been a brilliant leg from both players.
Yeah, best leg of the match so far, this one, whatever the outcome. And it may yet well go the way of Wilson, you know,
16.
because Noppert has missed 2 darts, double 20.
James, you require 81.
Opportunity is at the door, James. Answer the door. 36. That is
Games on the
majestic.
sixth leg.
What
James
an 11
Wilson.
darter that is. I'd like it to be top though, because if we're there and it happens, it will be something. But for someone to top Sulevic winning in
100.
Vienna, oh my word.
Yeah, that's been a long time. Well, it's still a long time in the waiting for James Wilson. He's not there yet. But that's the incentive, one of the incentives on offer for him.
55. James, you require 140.
Break back imminent. You take a ton here, you'll have your hand off.
120.
He gets more points.
Danny, you require
He's still on the double.
150.
Well, Danny, I suspect this may well have to go. Double 15 to level things up.
Games on the eighth leg.
What a shot that is.
Danny
What a
Noppert.
visit from Danny Noppert. Well, Wilson will have the room for manoeuvre, clearly.
Even if Danny fills this up, he's not on a finish.
140.
He needs errors from
James, you
Wilson,
require
and plenty of them.
128.
That's really interesting.
It's a risk,
It's a big risk.
I've got to say, but I just wonder, I mean, OK, Noppett's down to a finish now anyway, and it could be a very manageable one as well, but Wilson's got a decision to make here. Does he go for 2-4-4?
I've seen him do some amazing things,
139.
splitting doubles.
James, you require 10.
I think I've seen him hit this before, 2-2, 2-2-2.
Well, he's looking at 2-2. Or he's looking at, oh,
He's going to do it again.
he's going to do it again. He's got the marker.
Oh,
no,
James!
But he has busted with the treble.
Danny requires 78.
Well, you called it, Paul. Absolutely spot on. The history, the precedent was there. Noppert now looking at 78. Now looking at 20 for tops for the ultimate steal. And James Wilson can only stand and pray and hope that Danny Noppert misses this. But Danny Noppert does not miss it. And James Wilson
Danny Noppert
looks absolutely crestfallen after that one. He was within touching distance of a first final day appearance on the European Tour in almost 4 years.